Oh, my glasses.
Oh, that was
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're Crash and Burn, the podcast. I'm Abby.
I'm Crash.
I'm Burn.
She said Crash and Burn. I'm Crash.
You know what?
If you're just joining us, this is pretty much what you're in for. If you've come back, welcome back. We didn't scare you off, or you just are ready to see what kind of stupid stuff we're going to say this week.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I did get a little bit of feedback. Not on YouTube forum.
Oh, really? What?
Yes, I was told we laughed too much, and they couldn't understand what we were saying.
You know how I feel about that?
Turn on the subtitles. That's how I feel about it.
Turn them on. It's about time you guys learn how to read subtitles.
Yeah.
There's some pretty good movies out there with subtitles.
Yeah.
Grow up. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I won't mumble and laugh.
I make no promises.
I can't.
I don't make promises I can't keep.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
I make no promises.
Those videos where they're like, try not to laugh. I'm like, first video in, I'm done. I've already lost the game.
I consider that a challenge to see how many in it takes me to think, okay, this is stupid, I'm gonna go on.
No, I'm like, video 1, I'm done.
But I'm also kind of desensitized because I watch ridiculousness. So I'm like,
I don't, because I don't like watch people getting hurt.
That's the best part.
I know, but I just feel like Bones. Oh God, I can't watch anything like Bones. Like, oh,
they don't show that stuff.
I know, but in my mind it shows the stuff.
Well,
so Bones coming out of the. This is why I'm not a doctor or a nurse, and this is why. This is why the sight of blood really does make me really want to go like that.
I'm not a doctor or nurse because of the sciences that I had to take. I'm like, no,
forget it.
No,
forget it.
Yep, I could have been a great ear, nose, and throat doctor, but.
I just have a nose and a throat. That makes me a great human.
I mean, at least a decently put together one. I mean, I know some people who don't have ears and noses, and they're still pretty decent humans.
I just really am sad at myself right now. I just kind of want to start over.
No starting over.
Dang it!
No starting over.
All right, well, we're going to get into it.
We're going to teach Abby how to date.
Which I didn't ask for.
No.
I didn't ask for this advice.
But she didn't object either. She's like, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't need it. I do need it.
Well,
but I don't need it.
You don't need it because you're not, like, failing at dating, but you're not dating.
I'm just not going out to date because people are just...
People are stupid.
I'm just Abby. I like to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm a hoot.
She is.
I'm a hoot.
Yeah. So, but I did look up stupid things that people, like, stupid dating advice, and I'm going to tell you exactly why you don't do that.
Okay. I'm ready.
So, the one that I really saw that stood out to me the biggest was it said, if they can't handle you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your best.
Okay. Is that bad?
It cracked me up because I'm like, who says they don't deserve you at your best? Like, maybe your worst, maybe they'll never see your worst.
True.
Like, maybe your worst is behind you because you're a better person. Like, you're pretty successful.
True.
You know, you're 32. You've got a really good job. You've got a good head on your shoulders.
I try.
Most days.
Most days. Unless you piss me off.
Then it's just an aggressive head.
Then I have to quickly go apologize to Jesus. I'm like, sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I'm like, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't deserve you. It just means that there's something that you guys need to work on.
Right. I mean, is any relationship perfect?
Humanly, no.
No.
Absolutely not. I can tell you that as somebody who's been married almost 10 years. No.
Which, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is a feat some people can't reach.
It's a huge feat if you really consider the fact that, you know, as a same-sex marriage.
Right.
Not a lot of people last that long.
Right.
We're the longest same-sex marriage that we know of, I think, here locally. I think there's one other that we know of, but they're in Colorado.
Oh, snap.
So,
I expect that in this region of the USA.
Yeah. We fought so hard to divorce. I mean, that's pretty much what the LGBT, it's like, I want to be able to get married and divorced.
I've got my rights now. Yes.
Yeah.
You do you, boo.
Yeah. So I told April, I was like, divorce is not an option. You're either going to kill me or you're just going to have to be miserable with me for the rest of your life.
Well, that explains the strange text I get. Just...
Touche.
I'm sorry.
Touche.
Sorry, April. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Do not text Abby.
No, I'll be like, who's this? And what do you want me to do now? I don't think I can count that high.
I flat out told her, I was like, you know that nothing's going to happen between me and anybody up at work because Abby would be the first one to tell you.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I would probably
now,
take that out.
And now I've got Ariel and Jeff here.
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
We're like a tag team.
Yeah. No,
I'd be like, Ariel, you're in.
Even if I wanted to cheat, which I don't, I never have.
Right.
Even if I wanted to, why would I choose here where I have a bunch of lookouts?
True. I'm a very good spy.
Like, April is my point of contact. Like, it's gonna, like...
Who's your emergency contact? That would be April.
Yeah. So, you look in my file. Crashes up to something.
Which, by the way, to go off of the last video, I didn't look at your file.
No.
She told me.
I did.
Now...
Feel blessed.
Would you prefer me to call you he or she or they? I think we've had this conversation.
We've had this conversation.
But now that you're further in.
Yeah, I'm 7 weeks in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a...
I'm going to correct myself, though.
You can say they.
They.
If it's easier, but I also don't take offense to she. I mean, okay. I get it. Mm-hmm. But I know Lauren is making the adjustment to he.
Mm-hmm.
April actually called me he the other day on Facebook. That was kind of nice. It's kind of a slow...
I'm going to work on it, though. I'll get it.
That's fair.
One day you just run me over the car.
No, I can't afford that insurance thing.
It would be
no offense.
That would be a heavy damage there.
No offense, but my car's kind of a low rider, and you're kind of a buff. You're kind of a buff chick there. I'd be like a Broken Arrow speed bump.
Oh yeah, those ones are like whoa.
Yeah,
it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna work on it though.
Okay, that's cool. So that was one. Soulmates exist.
I know that's a...
Not necessarily.
Well, I don't want to poo-poo on somebody's parade, though. So.
No, but here's the thing. Soulmates don't necessarily just exist for that...
marriage and stuff like that.
Because your soulmate could be your best friend.
That's true.
It just... Your best friend, obviously, is not going to give you that...
I think I was...
other intimate side.
Right.
Say a spouse would.
I think I was mixing up love at first sight with soulmates. Because I don't believe in love at first sight.
Yeah.
I believe in lust at first sight. Mm-hmm. But I don't believe in love at first sight.
Right. Yes. Totally agree.
Good.
You can look at somebody and be like, damn, you're hot.
Right.
But that's lust.
Right.
Now, if you can look at somebody who's really, really ugly and be like, damn, you're hot, then you're probably looking at more their personality.
And that's probably love at first sight.
I mean, that's...
That hasn't happened to me yet, though.
No.
Dang it.
No, and it takes a while to get to know somebody to be able to go, God, your mind is sexy.
I like the way you think. Let's get married and have children.
Let's get married and spawn that off to somebody else.
Oh, God. That's a good one.
Never go to bed angry. How do you feel about that one?
As a person who's gone to bed angry?
No, with a significant other.
Oh,
not with like a sibling that, it's just going to happen.
From what I've been taught,
mm-hmm.
it's not good to go to bed angry.
Okay.
It's better to talk it out,
mm-hmm.
or at least, step away for a second and come back.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been taught that you never want to step away when a child is watching. You just want to, you both go. Don't be like, I need to leave, drop out, because you never know what the child's thinking.
I'm very bad at that.
Right.
I'm very bad at that. I'm like, I need a minute, and my minute turns to like hours, and I've been walking down Highway 97 going, and yeah.
But like with that, I feel like that'd be really hard sleep, like
yeah,
especially if you're sharing the same room and the same bed.
Yeah. In almost 10 years, I've slept on the couch once. Once. And that was here recently.
How dare you?
I know.
I'm gonna have to call April now.
I know. Yeah, and 10 years. She's like, no, if you're gonna be mad, you're gonna be mad laying right next to me. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
No, I don't know what I would be in that position. I can't say I wouldn't go to bed angry, or I would go to bed angry.
I almost find it better to go to bed angry and sleep on it.
Right.
Because then, like, at least you're still there.
Right.
And you're actually more likely to work on it sleeping next to the person
Right.
than you are
Separating.
not. Yeah.
I think honestly going to bed angry would be better than walking out the door.
Yeah.
And be like, I need a minute.
I've done both.
Or,
but the key is kiss them first. I'm mad at you, but I still love you.
right.
I'm not ready to work this out. We'll talk in the morning.
Right. Which I think it would be a mature step. So I can't say anything until I'm there.
True. That's
So
fair.
I really don't feel like I have a say in it. Like I would have an opinion about it, but
But your parents have been married for quite a while. It's
right.
been a successful marriage.
It is. But I've also seen the walking out and not knowing if my parents coming back.
Right.
So, and I understand from that standpoint, like as a child, I'd be like, well, is my mom coming back? Is my dad coming back?
Am I going to have 2 Christmases?
Yeah. I've seen them argue. I've seen them, and I've been told that you don't want especially if they're young, watching you argue.
Yeah. So, April actually asked me a question on more of a comedy, awkward side of it.
Okay.
Yes, you know my wife, and you know how awkward she can be. Are you a little scared?
I'm so scared.
Are you terrified?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She wants to know if you've ever been kissed.
No. I'll bravely answer that no.
No?
Nope. Unless you mean like a niece's and
No.
No, like you mean
No,
like
a guy comes up to you and is like, I need those lips on mine right now.
I would kick him in his nuts.
And now you can't have children.
It's like no. Honestly,
So definitely, obviously, not kissing on the first date.
no.
You would
probably
not kiss on the first date,
probably
even
not.
if you knew the guy for a while.
Even if I knew him,
Yeah.
no, probably not.
No.
Probably not. Because I've never kissed anybody, so in my mind, I'm saving that for somebody who's worth it.
That's fair.
So, if I waited 32 years,
Sorry,
I can wait a little
I'm
longer.
still just picturing a guy coming up to you, trying to kiss you,
I
and you kick him in the nuts.
Square in the nuts. Just knock him on the ground.
Your luck, he would be, he'd be trying to just hug you goodbye.
Sorry,
And he happened to lick his lips, and you're like, oh no!
Boom! No, but I live with the philosophy. It's not even a philosophy. I don't even know why I use that word. But I just live with the intent that no one's going to want to kiss this.
That's not true. I mean, even the guy that played Pee Wee Herman got married once.
I just saw my
Sorry,
odds.
he was like
I just saw my
ugliest
odds
guy
just
could-
like,
Your odds are like,
oh, and now no, but I'll be honest. I look at people, I'm like, and I'm still single. I do that. I'm like, I look at a person, I'm like,
yeah.
it's
And
very
I'm
judgmental,
still-
and I hate myself for doing it.
But-
I like, how did that person get somebody? But then again, at the same time, I think,
Because
I
they're
enjoy-
easy.
It's true. I'm a little bit hard. I'm a hard to get person.
That was another one that says play hard to get. I don't think it could be any harder to get, Abby. I don't think you could play any harder to get.
Like, I'm not even trying.
No. This is me. Crack this nut.
This is me.
But don't kiss me, because then I'll crack yours.
Yep. I don't know. I like being me. But then again, I think I look at my siblings. I'm all about consent. Don't just be like, I'm gonna kiss you in the face. I'm gonna punch you in the I'm gonna kiss you right in the face.
Is your neck available?
No.
Don't kiss me in the face.
This is why I wear this hoodie.
Right there. You
Nope.
can kiss me right there.
No, this is I'm just like, nope.
Are you a turtleneck kind of person?
Fork, no. I'm not a turtleneck person. I'm just a don't touch me person. I'm just like, ugh. Get. This isn't your zone.
My bubble?
My bubble.
Your bubble.
Stay in your lane. But I don't know. I think a person. I'm like, oh wow, you're good looking, and then they open their mouth, and I'm like, get out of my face.
Yes.
And I'm just like, shut up.
But you know what? You're more outspoken, so I see you getting with a quieter person.
You know what? It used to be different though. I used to be really quiet. Like, this job really made me get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, it really made me.
I can see that from
get out of my comfort zone.
I can see that from the 2 jobs we've worked together.
So I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a different person. Like, I will now say what I think. Like, I used to be like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and now I'm like, I'm going to hurt somebody's feeling regardless.
You know what? At 30. I hit that at 30. I'm like, I don't care.
When I started at 31, I hit that at 31. So
I was like...
Took me a year longer.
Well, no, not technically. Because at 30, for me, you would have been 28, so it took you 3 years longer.
True. True. I mean, you're... True.
Yeah. Math, I'm telling you.
But...
And they said I'd never use it.
I still don't use it. It's a guessing game by now.
Right. So, okay. So, never been kissed.
Nope.
Have you ever been on a date?
I don't think so. I think I would know, right?
I mean, did the guy pay for you? Was it... You can have a date in a group setting, but the guy has to pay. That's what constitutes a date. The guy has to pay.
But I really don't...
Otherwise, it's just going Dutch, and you were hanging out with a bunch of friends.
Let's put it this way. I have a lot of Christian friends that they, every once in a while, feel giving, whether they're male or female. Okay. And they'll just pay for my lunch.
But there was no romantic tie there?
Not really, no.
Okay.
No.
There was no, like...
And I don't mean to, like, put that in a bubble, like, it's just Christians who do it. No.
Right, no. I mean...
It's just...
Sometimes it's like, hey, I got your lunch, you can get my next.
Right,
blah, blah,
I mean...
blah, blah. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So, what? Okay.
Yeah.
So this would all be new to you.
Everything's new.
So, let's be real super specific.
Oh, God. I'm not ready.
I know you're not ready. Ideal person.
Ideal
we've
person.
already discussed Christian and sterile. That's not changing. You love kids, but you don't want kids.
Yeah, let me put that more in a box there. I love certain children.
That's fair.
Like, after 4 years
Some
of
kids
my
are just
life
assholes.
working with children,
Some kids are just assholes.
plain and simple. I spent 4 years of my life working with children, and I was a Sunday school teacher at one point, which, by the way, they were good kids.
Right.
But they were also bad kids. But after spending most of my time doing a Sunday school teacher thing, and then being a school bus driver, and now I just don't want to mess with anybody's children except my family. And by family, I mean my nieces and nephews,
right,
and my cousins' children. They're great.
Yeah,
and that's it.
A select few others that kind of pop up.
That pop up, like your kids. I could deal with your kids. Your kid was on my school bus, so
yeah,
he was awesome.
Well, I would elbow him in the face if he wasn't.
Right, so I can deal with.
I'd be like, take off your glasses. We need to talk.
We're gonna have a conversation. Let's go.
I don't care that you can't see me. You don't need to see me. This is what you need. You need to hear the words coming out of my mouth.
Now, if I got to know like other people's children, that'd be a different story. But like just random children, no. Please,
so do you think you could ever be a step parent?
It would really be a grace of God type thing. It would be like the children I adore, that type of thing.
Or older children.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be mean to a child. That's ridiculous. Never. Now,
it's
if
funny you say that.
No, I'm not going to be like blatantly obvious, just go out to be mean to a child. Like, just because I don't like you. No.
You're a spoiled little brat, and I get the hell out of my face.
Now, do I purposely want to... I don't want to work with children anymore. That gets you... I don't want to work with them. And I don't want to... And in reality, it's not the child, it's the parent.
True.
That is the issue.
True that.
So, yeah. So I don't want kids.
But I really want to elbow the kid first. And then go after the parent. And be like, you see what I did to this kid? Imagine what I can do to you.
Look at you. Look at me. It's going down. So
like the one time some kid made fun of Hunter for having 2 moms.
Oh yeah, that's a parent thing. That's not.
Yeah, I wanted to elbow the kid in the face just so he'd take me to his parents.
Mom, this 30-year-old adult just punched me in the face. I'm 8.
Keep your mouth shut. I don't teach you.
I understand that. There was a boy in my nieces and nephews' preschool class that was picking on them. And it aggravated me. Like, honest to goodness, I wanted to go up there and say something. These aren't even my kids. They're my nieces and nephews. But still, I want to go fight. But I heard the backstory of what this child has gone through. Yeah. And it made sense.
Right.
But it doesn't give you a right
True.
To pick on another child.
True.
But you have to see from their light of why are they doing it.
Yeah, I really wanted to go talk to the parents and see what was the problem.
Because you never know what's going on in a child's life.
Yeah.
They may have people who aren't in their corner, and they're just acting out. And unfortunately, they see your child or somebody else's child as the weak link.
Yeah.
So
my kid's always going to be the weak link. I love him to death, I do. But he's socially awkward, and...
Well, welcome to my life. Extremely.
He's like this to get somebody's attention.
Oh, Hunter.
And, like, a kid knocked him out for it. Like...
That aggravates me.
Kid, like...
Right.
I guess just popped him in the head, and...
No,
And then the other kid... So, Hunter, I guess, was poking the kid, right? Hunter says he only did it twice. But I know my son... and I'm pretty sure it wasn't just twice. Pretty sure. He doesn't know when to stop. Sweet kid. That's all I've ever heard the whole time he's been in school. He's such a sweet kid. And I'm like, yeah. So, then turn around, hit the kid who popped Hunter. His friend got mad because Hunter only got lunch detention.
Right.
And the other kid got suspended.
Oh.
So then, friend comes and sweeps Hunter, like, takes him and, like, grabs his head and throws him down in the classroom. So then that kid got suspended.
What is happening?
And I'm like, all because Hunter just poked the guy. Like, poked the little kid. And I'm like, man, I will mess you up. Like, let me talk to your parents and see how well they handle me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not a fighter, but I will slay you with my words.
You know, I didn't think I was a fighter, but now, after my siblings had children, I will drop somebody.
Oh, I will absolutely do it. I don't want to do it because I don't know if I can handle myself after I do it.
I will throw my weight around.
That's why I like people in my corner that are more badass than me. Because I'm like, you know what? You really don't want to do this. If it gets out of hand, I've got backup.
Yeah. Well, that's me. I'm just like, no.
Like, I would feel, like, even if we didn't throw down, I'd feel better just having you, like, stand behind me. I'd be like, you see this? This is my muscle.
And then I'll start cussing. Whoa. Then you'll start hearing the words come out of my mouth. Don't
mess with Hunter. Don't mess with her nieces and nephews. Don't mess with Riley. You know why? You don't want this one to cuss. You don't want cusses. You don't want the gloves are already off, and she's like, I already know what I'm repenting for on Sunday.
No, let's just say if it gets to the point that I am cussing,
oh yeah,
you probably want to take a wide berth around, because after the cuss comes the cuss. You get that, the fist. I'm really not that hardcore. I just put that out there.
I was trying to figure out why the cuss and the cuss were different. Like after the threat comes out.
After the verbal.
No, you say after the threat comes out, then comes the heat.
The burn.
There you go.
There you go. That's how I thought
after the verbal burn.
After the verbal burn.
Rug burn. As your face hits the rug burn.
I talk a big game. Like I'm not a fighter. Like, I don't want to injure people. But when it comes to me and the people I care about,
I'm gonna start carrying around a bat. You don't need to be a fighter if you carry around a metal bat.
No, that or my tire thumper from when I was a school bus driver. It has a metal rod. It looks like a bot. It looks like a bat, but it has a metal rod in it. If you got hit with that, you'd go down. I'll mess up
your kneecaps.
I will mess up something.
I'll mess up your kneecaps because I'm swinging low like a golfer.
I should take that if I ever go on a date. I'll take it with me. Ooh, like, just set it on the table, but like, okay.
Oh my gosh, like a mob boss.
Okay, this is what's gonna happen.
On this day of our date.
I just keep thinking, if you come to me on this date of our Father, Lord, Farquad, BC 20, I don't know.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Mm-hmm. That's The Godfather.
Never watched the movie.
Me either. I just know that.
I'm sure if Redbeard or Eugene find this out, they'd kick me out.
You know what? I've had my nerd card revoked so many times. Don't even care.
I don't even think I have a nerd card.
No, I gave mine up years ago when Lord of the Rings came out.
I just recently discovered something about our boss. About Lord of the Rings.
Yeah?
That's his favorite.
Have to find something else to bond with. Never seen it. Don't know.
You've never seen the movies?
Nope.
I will say I never had the attention span to sit down and read the books.
I've never seen the movies. I've seen maybe about 30 seconds of them, because that's what we used to test the TVs with at Best Buy when I worked at Best Buy. We had a random disc that was just sitting up there, and that's what we would test them with.
My older sister adored Orlando Bloom.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
And every time we watched the movie, during that phase, it would be Lord of the Rings because of Orlando Bloom.
So, you know the, hello, my precious. I didn't know that's where that came from for the longest time. I thought it was a horror movie thing, because, like, I didn't know.
No.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Imagine my surprise when they're like, when this GIF came up and it's like, hello, my precious. And I'm like,
who are you even talking about?
The,
I
don't know, the alien.
Gollum?
Yeah, that guy.
Gollum. Now, my brother adores Harry Potter. We weren't allowed to watch Harry Potter when we grew up, but I secretly did because I'm hardcore like that. But now that we're older, my mom's like, the only reason why we didn't let you watch it is because we wanted to protect your brain. I'm like, I get it. She's like, when I first told my mom I watched it, I was like in my 20s. And I was like, Mom, I watched it.
You were a voter.
I felt really bad. I was like, Mom, I went against your wishes. She was like, Abby, you're an adult. You make your own choices. I was like, okay. She's like, I don't care if you watch Harry Potter. I was like, you didn't let me when we were younger. She's like, it's just because we want to protect your brain and stuff. I was like, you didn't do very well. You threw me down the stairs. That's not a true story, but...
You let Natalie beat up on me.
You remember that time? Yeah, I don't, because of the head damage.
No, I don't.
Oh, we're losing track. Right.
That's fine. I think we've already segued, because, I mean, what am I going to tell you? What am I going to tell you about dating? Don't do this, and then you'll probably never come into that. You know what? Here's what I can tell you.
Okay.
Do not take advice from Eugene.
Okay.
Do not take advice from Redbeard.
Okay.
Call me.
Okay. I'll be like, Crash.
So this situation just came up.
Yeah.
This is what you do. Wait, do you like the guy? Like, do you want out? Because I can give you both.
Yeah.
If you want out, then you're going to have to belch.
Right. Oh. I don't know. You did ask me what would be my perfect person, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a perfect person.
Okay, what do you think would get you to just go, that's the marrying type?
Okay, well, they can, well, first of all, I would like to be of, like mind, like a faith base.
Mm-hmm.
Love Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want children, so they don't want children. They don't have a problem with children, but I just don't really want children.
Okay.
Because there's plenty of children, and this world is crazy. Let's be honest with you. I'm already stressed enough. I don't need any more stress. They have to adore sports.
Which, honestly, I don't think you will ever have a problem with that in a guy. Mm. In that sense, I think you're almost like a really good, like, I'm not going to say a perfect catch.
Right.
But, like, you're a good catch in that because you're like, football's on! And the guy's like, yeah!
Yeah, but I don't do, like, normal girl. Like, I hate dresses.
Mm-hmm.
I hate them. Hate them. Capital H.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wear heels. I've worn heels maybe 3 times in my whole existence.
Mm-hmm.
And I...
Still listening, but I'm looking up a word so I don't sound like an idiot.
Go ahead. I hate heels. I can't wear heels. I'm already tall enough. I mean, I'm not that tall, but I'm already tall enough.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, I was close. I told April 5'10".
No, 5'9". 5'10" on a good day.
When you stand up straight.
When you stand up straight.
Yeah, I'm 5'6" when I stand up straight.
Yeah, 5'9". I don't need any more height. I like being in that middle.
So you need like a 6-foot guy.
I don't even... Well...
You don't want somebody like, no offense, Cody's height.
Just depends on what goes on, I guess.
You just really don't care?
I really don't care.
Oh, well...
Well, honestly, I do kind of care.
I mean, you don't want to be...
But I'm not...
You don't want to be looking at... You don't want to go out in public and somebody goes, "Oh, look at your kid." No, Cody has facial hair. I don't think that would happen.
He's gonna come in and beat you up, and not me because he's my bro.
It's true. Cody would. He's
no, but I don't like dressing.
But
I don't
he's
like.
a really good fit for Lauren. They're like
They're perfect. That's why they work together. I mean, that's why
they mesh well.
Mesh well. That's
yes,
the word I'm looking
they mesh
for.
Well. He was just the shortest one I could think of at the moment that we both knew.
Granted, I'm a little tall, not a huge
tall. Yeah.
There are several gentlemen, boys, whatever you call them,
males
that don't reach my level.
That's very true.
So, but there are a lot that I know of that go beyond
yes.
my level.
That's why I was thinking like a 6 foot tall guy.
Sure. Honestly, I'm just like, whatever.
You just don't care.
I just really don't care. They get on my nerves either way. I like outdoor stuff, so they have to be good with going outdoors. They cannot make fun of me because I like soccer. I'm talking to my brother right now. He's an a-hole. So, hi, Andrew.
Shout out to
Shots
you.
fired. But, like...
Soccer balls in your court, Andrew.
Watch his son grow up to love soccer. That's my goal in life.
Professional soccer
player.
And then you need to make sure that doesn't, like... by the way, your dad hates soccer, and you should take care of me with that money instead.
You should take care of me. I'll support you. Now, my cousin, he's fantastic at soccer.
Okay.
But he was raised in the Ukraine because my uncle was a missionary.
Okay.
So that sport is big over there. So, but he's amazing at it. So I'm like, thank God I got a cousin who at least understands my love. Which shout out to Chris John. What's up, bro? He's not watching this. Anyways, back to that story. Sidetrack. Mm-hmm. Sports, outdoors. I really don't like. I don't wear makeup.
Mm-hmm. It's a waste of money.
I keep my hair short because it's easier to take care of. I hate long hair. So, if they don't like that, they can suck it. And I prefer t-shirts and shorts and a hoodie if it's cold.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm just pretty...
I can't find the word that I was looking for.
I'm too tomboy, really, sometimes.
Okay.
Too tomboy.
Have you ever been accused of being gay?
No, actually.
That's a lie.
From who? Not to my face.
That may be true.
Not to my face.
That may be true.
Not to my face, but
that's a lie.
Y'all can think what you want. That's fine with me.
I had to ask.
Sorry, this piece of hair right here is distracting me this whole time.
I'm still looking for the
word.
The word, yeah.
But yeah, that's just me. Not to. It hasn't. I haven't. But no.
Okay. Do you know what a
pandemic? Yes.
No.
We're
Do you know
in
what a
one,
pansexual
apparently.
is?
No. Well, I've heard the term before.
Okay. So I don't think it describes you.
Because I don't live in a pan.
No.
Sorry, I just insulted a bunch of people. So I'm sorry.
Who lives in a pan that you know that you just
We
insulted?
live in a pan.
Oh.
It's kind of a...
I would say it's
kind
more
of a deep pan.
I would
like
say...
Like a saucepan, maybe? No?
More like a kettle.
Kettle. Kettle. Well, how's it a kettle when it doesn't look like a kettle?
One of the handles is missing. It's a broken kettle.
I think it's one of those deeper ones that you like.
That you do spaghetti in.
Like noodles.
Yeah.
But with a handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We live in a pan. But we don't live in the handle.
We live in a pot.
We live in a pot. Makes sense. We just don't live in the
Here's a question.
Handle.
Yes. If the guy met all of the other criteria but smoked weed.
I mean, I'm not against smoking weed. If you want to smoke weed, that's you. I'm not going to, though.
Right.
It's just because I just don't find it appealing. But that doesn't mean I'm going to judge somebody for doing it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So a pansexual is individuals who can experience sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction to any person, regardless of the person's gender, sex, or sexuality. So that's not you.
I feel like I'm just okay with being single. You know what I mean? Because there's just so many...
Maybe you're a sapiosexual.
What in the world is that? Can I just be Abby? Do we have to put a label on it? Can I just be Abby?
Technically, you're putting a label on it if you just want to be Abby.
Well, that's my name.
Well, then your parents you can blame your parents for giving you that label.
Maybe I'm what is the word for person who just wants to be single?
Well, 100 years ago, that was a spinster.
I'm a nun. Just forgot my habit.
A sapiosexual is a word used to describe those who experience attraction based on intelligence.
Yeah, no.
Right? Well, it goes back to it could be the ugliest guy in the world. You'd be like, your brain's so hot.
For some reason, I'm thinking of Sheldon Cooper from...
Yes. Very, very close. Although, in all fairness, Mayim Bialik is not an unattractive person.
True.
They just kind of they nerdified her very well.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that nerds aren't attractive. They're just different.
It's whatever's your cup of tea.
Yeah.
I like...
Or coffee, or soda, or vodka. Whatever you put in your coffee cup.
Or you mix all those together.
I wouldn't mix those together. Soda and vodka,
right.
maybe. Coffee and vodka.
Right.
Tea, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not. Ooh, you're sex repulsed. I don't know. I'm running through these. I'm running through all these.
I'm just like, okay.
I don't know.
I'm not even sure what some of these terms are.
I know there's a whole A through Z, and I was reading some of them one
That's
time,
just
and
a lot.
I know. I was like, that's why I refer to the LGBT plus community as the alphabet community. You got a letter, we'll take you. You identify as a Q, we will take you. You identify as a P, we will take you.
I just said so much. I
Alphabet
feel like,
community.
Is there going to be a test on this? Because
No.
I'm going to fail.
No, it's fine. I would fail.
There's just so much.
Because you think about it, LGBTQIA is what it's supposed to be.
Oh.
LGBT plus. Alphabet community.
Alphabet community.
That's what I lovingly put it out there as. But the fact is that we just keep adding letters. LGBT. LGBTQ. LGBTQ plus. LGBTQIA plus.
This is new. The last one is new to me. I've never
The
heard
QIA?
That.
Yeah. LGBT,
Mm-hmm.
Q is supposed to be questioning, which I always thought it was queer.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, it changed it to questioning. And then I is... See? I don't even know. I don't even know.
I feel like I'm learning so much right now. But that's just me. Oh, I like watching movies, too. Just go hang out at the movie theater. When we could hang out at the movie theater.
Yeah, when they weren't all shut down.
When they weren't all shut down. Well, you can go now, but you have to sit, like... You can have two people.
Can you imagine that
and nobody
date?
else. We're like,
Do you two live together?
No. Okay, well, you're on this.
6 feet.
Like,
6 feet.
I'm all the way up here at the top. They're all the way down here at the bottom.
How do you like that?
What'd you say?
Would you like the popcorn?
What? Pass it over.
Would you pass the Raisinets? I didn't get those.
Did you put butter in this? What?
Yeah.
Who's butter?
I have high cholesterol. Is there salt here?
Is there a pickle? I want a pickle.
Oh, man. Pickles in a bag. You remember those?
Mm-hmm. I liked... Sup, Jade?
Hey, good looking.
What y'all doing?
Making a podcast.
We've mentioned you here before. Last week. You should watch it.
Yeah. Crash and Burn podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at?
YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Jaden, good looking kid. We did mention you. You and your dad van.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. It's not a van.
It's an SUV.
It's not a van.
Hey, hey, if it is a van, it's a vroom vroom van. It's okay.
It is.
Does.
It's a vroom vroom van.
Yeah.
Very
Very vroom
sporty.
vroomy. Yeah.
Send me the link.
We will.
Well,
Absolutely. You can find it on our Facebook.
Mhm.
You can find it on my Facebook
When are you gonna make more videos?
right now.
of me just by myself. Oh, God.
yes.
The
Need to
third
do
thing,
that.
so
That's-
funny.
that
Need
does-
to do that.
That's
the,
not
the
what.
Alexa one was the greatest.
It was pretty good.
I'm gonna
That
make
made-
another one.
That made my day. I was having a shitty day, and you just.
Made it? Okay. I'll make another one. That's a promise. Hold me to it.
See y'all later.
We
No,
will. We will hold you to it.
Don't be awkward. I made myself awkward.
No, that Alexa video was pretty freaking awesome.
No,
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I've made April laugh that hard in a very long time.
I'll make another video. If anybody's confused right now, I've made 2 videos in the recent future past.
Here recently.
They're English. It's a struggle bus.
Don't even get me started on English. I think that'll be next week.
But I made 2 videos, put it on my Instagram and my Facebook. One is me talking to my Alexa because I was forced to go into quarantine for 7 days. And so that was birthed out of that, just looking at the Alexa going, who am I going to talk to right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing over there looks mighty interesting.
Yeah. My father had the virus, and then
Rona.
my brother had the Rona, and then my mother had the Rona, and so therefore I was in contact with them, so I had to go in quarantine for 7 days to see if I was symptom-free, which I was. And they scraped my brain again to test that theory.
Yeah.
I was like, God. This is fun, though. They had a drive-thru. I went through a drive-thru.
No, I couldn't do it. There's no way that I could shove something so far up my nose on my own.
No. I didn't do it on my own. They did it for me. They were just like, lean back. I was like, okay, I'm leaning.
CVS Pharmacy makes you do it yourself.
How do you know you're doing it right? Because they know how far they're supposed to go in.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a mark on the swab.
Okay,
they're
now
like,
go
okay,
in. Now I would be the
Keep
one that would
feeding
like in there go. Is that good? There's got boogers on that for you?
Yeah, especially during allergy season. Ooh.
That's the second time I had to have it. The first time because I had pneumonia. And they thought I had the virus because of pneumonia. Which, pneumonia wasn't fun.
I wonder if Corona beer has soared or tanked.
I think it tanked at first, and now it's like, huh, party while you got it.
I would rather drink Corona while having Corona, if I liked Corona.
I like Corona.
I don't like...
Just kidding, I don't.
I know. I don't like Corona. I don't like regular beer. I like what they call bitch beer.
So what is that?
Fruity, malted drinks. Comes in like a beer bottle.
Mm.
But they call it bitch beer because only females drink it. But I know a lot of guys that like it too.
Mm.
But it's like it says malted beer beverage, I think, on the side. It's like Smirnoff and Mike's Hard Lemonade. Oh, love Mike's Hard Lemonade. But
my first alcoholic beverage I ever had was at like 25, and it was a mimosa, and they put the alcohol in first and then put the orange juice. And so I was like, I'll try it because they offered it.
Yeah.
And then so I was drinking it, and I felt like I got through the orange juice. I was like, it was pretty good. And then once I got to the taste of
they didn't even mix it up.
I don't even think it was mixed up. And it was like once I got to the alcohol part, it was like, but then I told my grandmother, which she's not listening to this. I told my grandmother about it. It was on Thanksgiving. I was 25. I was like, Grandma, I had my first alcohol beverage as a mimosa. Basically, she told me I was going to hell in a handbasket because I tried it, which she's
in a beer bottle.
Right. She's of the older generation, so yeah. I just got to bear with it.
Does your dad drink any?
No.
Mom?
Nope.
Wine? Nothing?
No. Mm-mm.
Wow.
No, but I took my grandmother's Christmas money that year and went and bought a 6-pack that I did not drink, but I did to spite her.
I'm an adult!
I'm an adult! I was like,
I didn't have my first drink of alcohol until I was like a week before 21. It was 99 bananas and orange juice.
Don't even know what that is.
Delicious, by the way. And it's funny because I wasn't a real big drinker.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's an alcoholic. My cousins are alcoholics. My dad's an alcoholic. It runs in the family, so
right.
I was like very, very careful. But I do enjoy my alcohol. But I wasn't a big drinker. And then I got with April, and at one point she goes, "Do I make you want to drink?" And I was like, "No, why?" She goes, "Because you drink a lot around me, and I didn't think you drank that much." I was like, "Because I'm comfortable. Right. I know that if something happens, you're there for me, and I don't have to worry."
Right.
Like, even still, 34 years old, I've only been drunk twice in my life. Mm-hmm. One was a birthday party, and one was a party with friends. Like, it was, I never drank and drive. I don't do that. That's not it. It's not out of control.
Right.
But do I make you want to drink? No, I just feel really comfortable. Because you drink a lot. Well, in retrospect, not a lot. But I could see where she was getting that. So, she is a really good bartender. Really good bartender.
That's good to know.
She can just,
yeah,
anything that I have in the fridge. But there's a few staples you want. Cranberry juice, orange juice, and if you're a rum or a vodka person, you always want to keep just a plain...
Right.
No season, no vanilla or cinnamon.
Just a plain drink.
Just like a plain mixer. And she's really good at it.
I had a mixed drink once. Or twice. They were pretty good.
No.
My sister makes one, which I don't drink it often. And I really don't drink often.
Right.
She
She'd come to my house and be like, my God, you're doing it again? I'd be like...
I'll tell you this, I've had a bottle of wine in my refrigerator for over a year, and I haven't touched it, so if
Still
that says
good.
anything.
It's still good.
I get enough wine throughout the day, I don't need any more.
Yes, but at home you can take away the H.
That's true. But she made it, it's like it reminded me of those creamsicle pops or whatever you got in the ice cream truck, the
push pop,
the
Flintstone
orange
push
cream
pop.
stuff.
Yes.
And so she made that once with the. I heard that, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Way to go, Matt.
Heard it that time.
Heard it.
Nicely done. I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you found it.
I'm sorry.
Now just let your girlfriend know you found it.
She's probably watching it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I think they watch it up here.
But yeah, one of those. It was really good. I had one because I couldn't go beyond that.
So
because
it's called an orange creamsicle.
right, that's
And-
it. That's
yes.
it. Yeah.
There's an actual.
It's just-
Damn it, Matt.
I'm sorry. Okay, back to focus.
Just had to get it in there, didn't you?
I missed it the first time, and the second time I got it.
Yeah, we totally missed it the first video.
Okay, so
But there's an actual recipe for that.
I need to drink some water before I start giggling.
I have I did a bartender app, but the problem is it's so expensive to get all the stuff that you need
Right.
that it's just like, well, let's just make what I have or what I know.
Mm-hmm.
I do think because you remind me of a fruity person, like you like fruity drinks.
I do. I like it has to have some kind of sweet taste to it because the minute I taste the alcohol, I'm out.
Okay,
I'm out.
so I feel like you would like the Jamaican Me Happy.
That sounds like a joke I'd make. Jamaican me crazy.
But it's a bunch of fruit
Right.
in this alcohol drink. Now, because Oklahoma has gone to the higher alcohol content, you might not like it as much.
Right.
But back when we had the point, the 0.3 or whatever percent, 0.3, that's 30%. Anyway,
The low-
back when we were, a bunch of winos that needed a bunch of alcohol.
Yeah.
I think you would have liked it, but I'll have to see if I can find any that's lower alcohol.
Yeah. I mean,
because if you don't like it, I'll drink it.
Like-
I'll absolutely drink it.
like, I've, in the past year, even with the pandemic going on and being whatever, I think I maybe had 2 alcoholic beverages in an entire year. So, if that says anything about me and my party skills. I'm a hoot.
That's funny. That's me on like a regular night. I'm like, hey babe, it's been a rough day. I'm gonna need a drink when I get home. She's like, okay.
I told
and then I get a drink like this big and like one of the Tulsa drillers
cups. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, it's so good.
I get that. Like today I told somebody, I was like, we got some news at work and I was like, oh great. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna have to start taking up drinking now because at this point I'm just gonna have to start taking up drinking. I was like, somebody's like, well, why don't you just rely on Jesus? I'm like, I already do.
Because sometimes Jesus is busy.
But then
He's
everything.
busy with all you other crazy.
But then we slowly realized that it was not as bad as I thought it would be.
Right.
So I let my mind get ahead of me.
It happens.
And I was like, oh, there's Jesus for you. If I would just focus
He's
on
like,
him. Abby! Abby's not as bad as it looks. Focus.
I was on this beer.
So that's not going to happen anytime soon. So it was
No.
also, anyways,
I'll have April make you a light drink.
like a light drink that has just probably that much alcohol.
So it's funny because you're like a light drinker. I'm like a light drinker. And then I have a friend that's like a light drinker. And I'm like, where did all of my rum go?
Is the rum always
Like this is going to make me sound like an alcoholic for sure.
That's okay. I won't judge you. I mean, it's not okay. Your liver doesn't appreciate it, but
No,
still.
it flushes out. I mean, it's not water, but you know those old time jugs where, like, in the Clampett, the hillbillies, they'd be sitting around, or even Andy Griffith, where they're like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, I buy those of rum. Like, they're big old jugs like this. Now they last a long time.
Right.
I bought one of those. No, I bought a smaller version. And 3 drinks in, it was almost completely gone because my friend had made her drinks, and I'm very much the opposite.
Right.
I'm like you. I don't like to taste the alcohol, but I
Right.
like enough alcohol in there to where it just kind of goes.
So you feel it
Because
yeah.
I am very anxious, and I suffer from anxiety, and so it's like, okay, I just
Me
need
too.
a minute. And I turned around and I was like, hey babe, would you make me a drink? And she goes, yeah, but you're gonna need to run to the liquor store. And I was like, where did it all go? It was great. It was funny. She's like, so and so was over, and I'm like, right,
Oh.
I'm not used to that. That's
Dots
okay. And
connected.
honestly, that's why I buy the cheaper rum, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care that somebody comes over to drink my alcohol, because, you know, I invite you over and I say, hey, you want a drink? And they call me a pansy because, you know, it's just, I'm like, make your own damn drink. And they do. And then my alcohol's gone, and I'm like,
Well, whenever I go places, my party drink is a Diet Coke. On the rocks. Which means just ice in a cup.
salt.
No, just
Sugar.
Diet Coke, a cup of ice, pour the Diet Coke in,
Don't
There's
ever.
my drink.
So I did not.
or tea.
What is that? Coke and Jaeger? No, not Jaeger. Not Jaeger. What is that? Coke?
Rum? Coke and nuts?
Yeah, I think it was rum and Coke. I'm a rum person. I did not like rum and Coke. Was not a fan.
No, but no.
No, not a
Diet
fan.
Coke. Diet Coke key worthy though. Just with some watered ice. I mean, water that's turned into
Watered
ice.
ice.
Watered ice. Just some water that turned into ice.
quality H2O, please.
Put some of that sprinkles in it. What's? Anyways, Diet Coke. That's me.
There's a lot of things you can mix with Diet Coke, though.
But I just like Diet Coke mixed with Diet Coke.
Dr. Pepper and
Don't like Dr. Pepper.
nope, lost it.
You're welcome. It's
Mhm.
probably me.
Nope,
It's probably me.
it's just my brain.
But I learned a lot about dating tonight.
Dating and alcohol and
Dating and alcohol.
the
and,
LGBT plus.
yeah, I learned a lot.
See, this is just randomness. It
Yeah.
starts out with one thing, and then I realize, hey, you know, it's not as. It turned into a more serious conversation. I was
I
like, this is
know.
not what I wanted. So
This isn't giggle worthy.
no.
But then
So
I
that's
like-
why we changed it.
It's probably because of my face.
It's not your face.
It is my face.
It's not your face. You have a
Not my
lovely
face.
face. You have a lovely face.
So as soon
You know
as
what
someone wants to come up and kiss his face,
Don't
no,
do it.
Don't
You'll get racked.
You're gonna
With a size, what, 10?
11.
Size 11.
What? What's wrong with a size 11?
Nothing's wrong. I've been off all the time. Like, totally off. I'm like, yeah, she's 5'10". You're like, no, I'm 5'9".
5'9". You just been hair off though, like a hair.
I know, but sometimes that's just enough. It's just enough.
Just enough to be.
It's like, no, you wouldn't even know. I was gonna say, it's like when a guy says, I'm 6, and they're like, no, they're 5. That inch matters. You wouldn't know that, though.
I realize what you're talking about, and I'm like,
You realized what I was talking
I was just like, what are you talking about? And I
Just
was
like Redbeard in the
oh.
bathroom.
The snort came out. Oh God. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the moral of this story is I find most men to be idiots.
It's because they are.
And
most men are idiots.
I really don't want to deal with them. That's probably why.
And the ones that aren't idiots are already married because somebody else has been like, hey, this
And the
guy's
minute-
not an idiot.
And the minute I'm like, oh, they might be, and then they open their mouth, and I'm
Yep.
like, no.
Yep.
So
You are well, I'm not going to say you're destined, but you are forever in the near future labeled as the cool aunt.
I'm always gonna be the cool end.
Well, that's true.
I'm not gonna have children, so there's that.
That's true.
Who knows? Who knows if I find the person that I'm supposed to be with, and then they want to have children, I'll be like, all right.
Can I rain on your parade a little bit?
Please do.
The longer you wait, you're going to end up as a geriatric pregnancy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was mean to geriatrics.
They label,
It's not gonna happen.
No, they label you geriatric pregnancy at 35.
Well, fork you.
Mm-hmm.
But have
I
they?
was so close.
But have they met my Jesus?
Well, no, anything's possible, but they'll still label you.
They
and
can
you're
label me all they
You're
want.
automatically high risk if you're a geriatric pregnancy.
I'm already high risk because I'm awesome. And I live on a different level.
Speaking of awesome, and
Oh,
we'll end this. I saw a thing on a delivery today. I saw one that said, "Come in, I'm awesome," and I was like, Abby needs that. But I think it actually said, "Come on in, because we're awesome." And I was like,
Are you talking about a welcome
like it
mat?
was, yeah, it was like one of those welcome signs that like stands in the
Oh.
corner.
Oh.
It said welcome. It like the ones that do that,
Mm-hmm.
that have it like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it said come in,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the bottom it said because we're awesome. And I was like, yes.
I need that sign.
But I saw one that I needed too. It said welcome-ish. Depends on who you are.
My parents got me one of those rugs. Like,
Yeah.
you put it in front of your door. It's just a Captain America
Nice.
symbol. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to step on it because I like it too much. So I kind of like take a step over it. Once I open the door, just step over it. Like, the purpose is to
Yeah.
wipe your feet off, but I'm like,
I need to get you the one that says come in, I'm awesome.
yeah.
I need to find that one.
Needs to
If
happen.
anybody can find that for me, put
it
the
in the
link in the comments, and we'll start a pool to get that.
Right.
For Abby.
If you have any dating advice for moi, because you've already conquered that, you're the winner. 10 years into it, you're the winner.
I'm more than you ever know. I'm the winner.
But like I said,
Or you know what?
yeah.
If you have dating advice that did not go as planned,
Right.
put that in the comments so
And
that
it's
we can
good.
laugh at you.
Yeah, and it's giggle worthy, please.
Yes, it has to be giggle worthy.
and then
like you farted on your first date, and the guy was like,
First of all,
or the girl. I mean, the girl. I'm not.
that's a natural thing. Why get all
Because you don't want to do it on the first date, and it could have been very juicy, and you
Well-
could have been at a very quiet restaurant, and then it echoes. And
Right.
Like, it,
But you could test how into it they are if you fart and they're like, cool. And not like make a big deal about it.
maybe it turned into a farting contest. We want to hear about that.
But never trust a fart, because
Mm-mm.
never trust a fart.
Mm-mm.
That's my favorite quote.
Especially after eating.
Right.
Never do it.
No.
Farts are
But-
just shit talking behind your back.
Throw it in the hat. Well, it's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Anyways, you want to close it? You can close it like that.
Okay. Don't trust a fart
Don't trust a fart.
because it's just your ass talking shit behind your back.
Good luck, Godspeed, have fun.